KBLA Talk 1580.
The thrill of victory. Thrill of victory. Thrill of victory. Yeah, man.
KBLA Talk 1580 wishes to congratulate Mayor-elect Karen Bass on her historic win as the first woman and only second African-American to serve as chief executive of the city of Los Angeles.
Congratulations, Mayor-elect Bass, and welcome back to Honor Talk 1580.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me on the show. And this is my very first interview, and I am proud that it's here.
We are proud to have you here. What do you want to say to the listeners of KBLA Talk 1580?
I want to say thank you from just, I'm just full of the love that I felt every place I went in the community. And I just want the listeners to know that I promise you I won't disappoint you. I will be accessible. I will never forget where I'm from. And understand that that is my primary motivation.
Congratulations, Mayor-elect Karen Bass, holding all leaders accountable to you.
No matter who you voted for, no matter who you are or where you live, I will be a mayor for you.
With KBLA Talk 1580, Talk 1580, Talk 1580, we don't back down. We gotta watch it.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turn-offs, fantasies, and fetishes? Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, it's going to be crazy.
How about the heavy snap? The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad touch routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams.
Reason and accountability.
The voice of reason.
Trying to fix or help the other person. If you come up with lists and scenarios of what your son, sister, best friend should do to have a better life, do you obsess even a little about your partner's problems or how they're making you unhappy? You're in the right place. I'm Dr. Abby Metcalf, and after 30 years of working directly with literally thousands of clients, I found 5 ways to successfully get out of codependent patterns and into healthy, fulfilling relationships. And I've created a new free gift that's going to help you really stop your codependency, and I'll share that later in the video. So let's do this. Number 1, you got to practice loving detachment. And I want to be clear that this is not tough love. And it's a concept that's difficult for a lot of people to really understand, but loving detachment means that you separate yourself emotionally, spiritually, mentally from another person and what they're doing, saying, or thinking. And now, detaching yourself from other people's behaviors and words is great in theory and doing it with love, but it can be a difficult thing to actually do in practice. So it really takes some courage and strength to see that you can be happy no matter what other people do. Again, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying it's very possible. I've done a whole podcast on this. I have a 3-step process for doing loving detachment effectively. So make sure you check it out. Of course, all links are below this video. Number 2, you cannot control other people. I know I've been trying for years. It doesn't work. No matter how much you push, manipulate, cajole, threaten, ultimately, you can't really control other people's actions or behaviors. So you got to focus on yourself and not them. You need to find ways to make yourself happy and fulfilled despite your relationships and what's happening. Don't rely on other people to make you happy. First of all, it's not their job, but also you're going to end up disappointed and frustrated a lot. And because that's what's happening. So you have to find your own sources of happiness that really you can control 100%. And I will tell you that effective boundaries.
So you telling me Zoe Williams is crazy when I say all of the essential things you need
can be found within yourself. So Zoe crazy. Who is Zoe? Who is the guy Zoe that be talking? Who is he? Who is he to be talking? So I'm crazy, right? Relationships are inverted. You got to do a good job with you before you can do a good job with somebody else. You have to have a great relationship with you before you can have a great relationship with somebody else. Or what's going to happen is, just like the sister said, you're going to be hurt, you're going to be disappointed, you're going to be frustrated. And then this is something very tricky that the ego, unhealed wounds, and your mind does. They tend to villainize anything and anybody that doesn't give them what they want. I told you relationships are inverted, meaning give me this, make me happy, accept me, approve of me. But if you don't give them that, you're the villain, you're toxic, something's wrong with you. Do you see what I'm saying? Can you visualize what I'm laying flat right now? In the clip that I just played for you, the woman talked about loving detachment. So when Zoe starts quoting the Buddha and detachment and detachment, he says attachment is the source of all suffering. So you hear me say, oh, dukkha, the Sanskrit word dukkha, which means bad space. When we come forward, I'm going to get deeper into this, but the phone lines are on fire tonight. I'm going to the phone lines. We're going from Baltimore, Detroit, South Carolina, Dallas, Texas. I'm definitely going to South Carolina first. We're going to talk to Justin. Wait, what's my time, brother? Oh, I got time. Dukkha. Do, bad, ka, space, bad space. This is the word for dissatisfaction, disappointment, just general unhappiness. This is what the Sanskrit and the ancient Hindus is dukkha. But then there's a flip side to that called sukha, su, good, ka, space, good space. I did a whole show on bad and good space. Do not, I'm going to say it again, do not run to a relationship to heal your wounds. Run to your first relationship, the relationship with you. The relationship with your mama now. Right? That place that you modeled. Run there first. Because otherwise, everybody's going to be a villain to you. Everybody's going to be responsible for why you're disappointed and upset. Oh, Lord. I don't know if y'all listening tonight. Are y'all listening? I see the phone lines are lit. I got to talk to everybody tonight. If you're just tuning in, please understand what this is tonight. The relationship repairman. The fix is on. An intriguing look at many people's fascination with trying to fix their ex. Your significant other. Is your significant other / spouse responsible for helping you fix yourself? I contend no. When we come forward, all phone calls. Get ready, callers. Keep it concise, because I got to run through all of you. Keep it concise. I got to run through all of you. When I come forward, the phone lines are lit.
The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings will disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
So you tested positive for COVID. What's next? Treat yourself. There are free COVID treatments available. Taken by pill, these medications can stop the illness from getting serious. So treat yourself. Call a healthcare provider or the statewide COVID hotline at 833-422-4255 to find free treatment today. Again, that's 833-422-4255. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 joins you in standing for human rights. The Los Angeles Civil, Human Rights and Equity Department, or LA Civil Rights for short, is focused on reducing bias and injustices while leveling the playing field. LA Civil Rights does this through equity and empowerment, the Office of Racial Equity, hate prevention, Human Rights and Equity Department of the City of Los Angeles is led by founding executive director Capri Maddox and is breaking new ground for municipal governments. LA Civil Rights oversees citywide initiatives, including the Renew Program, LA Repair Program, and the LA for All campaign. The LA Civil Rights Department believes that the goals of equity and inclusion for all people can be achieved through hard work and collective action. To get involved and be part of the solution, report a civil rights violation or get more information, visit civilandhumanrights.lacity.org. That's civilandhumanrights.lacity.org or call 213-978-1845. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Let me guess. Unknown caller? You could reduce the number of unwanted calls and emails with online privacy protection. The latest innovation from Discover will help regularly remove your personal info, like your name and address, from 10 popular and we'll do it for free. Activate in the Discover app. See terms and learn more at discover.com/online privacy protection.
This Black Friday, we're checking everyone off your list with unbeatable deals at Ulta Beauty all week long. Starting November 20th, shop hundreds of exciting deals in store and online. And beginning Tuesday, get $12 mascaras from brands like Benefit and $10 lippies from brands like Fenty. And so much more. Because our kind of holiday is you having your kind of holiday. So what are you waiting for? Hurry to an Ulta Beauty near you or buy online and pick up in store. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
My spirits up, so I dropped it on the dance just to take a glance. And then the sweet lovely thing was, she was more than enough. I asked her for a hand, said, would you like to dance? So pleased that I my hand, and we danced and fell in love on a slow dance, yeah. Play another slow jam, just and make it sweet, a slow jam.
Ladies
for my baby and for me
and brothers, boy, don't y'all miss the slow jamming days. Woo! We gotta learn how to slow dance again, y'all. Do they even slow dance? Andy, get on the mic real quick. Andy, do y'all slow dance?
I couldn't even tell you the last time I slow danced. Probably at a wedding though.
I mean, like slow dance. Usually, she was close to you. You had your hand around her waist and other parts.
Last time was definitely at a wedding.
That's good, brother. We got to bring that back. That was a beautiful time.
But definitely not at no club situation or anything like that. Once it hits midnight and they start playing the slow jams, we close to each other, but it's a different type of close.
All right, let's get these phone callers in here. Y'all been on the line. Let's get them in. Justin from Dillon, South Carolina. Talk to us. You got to turn your whole living room down. Your living room is on fire right now. You got to turn that living room down.
You good, bro?
Yeah, you good now. Talk to me, brother. What do you think about tonight's topic?
Man. Tonight's topic, man. Check this out. When it comes to healing, it doesn't work for a lot of people because people don't have healing for a goal. They don't have an end game with it. They just say, I'm healing. Oh, I'm doing the work, I'm healing. What are you trying to transform to? What is the manifestation of your healing? What is it? What are you trying to get to? A lot of people don't know about that.
No,
it's a struggle.
Justin, you know what's interesting? Most people really don't want to heal. They just want to feel better. So,
exactly.
So typically moving on is like healing for most people. Like, I moved on. Mm-hmm. I'm in another situation. That's how most people heal. They don't really confront what is theirs to confront, right? What is theirs to deal with. They just create another situation. And for the time that it feels good, they're like, hey, I moved on. I'm in a better place. But those issues that help create the last issue still exist. Go ahead, finish your thought, brother.
Well, with that, it's like well, people don't understand humans, and there's nothing new under the sun when it comes to humans. So people have many ways they try to heal. They heal by attaching on to another person, and that person might have a lot of money and drive a nice car, so they want to be around that person to make them feel good, or they like being around this person because he drinks a lot and they want to be in a sunken place. Mm-hmm. So people just don't understand how nature is, how humans are, and how and the different activity. Because if people understand humans, people understand the situation they're in, who they're around, why they're feeling like this. Oh, this person right here, they doing this because they had attachment issues, or this person does this because they were bullied growing up, so they have anger issues. People don't understand human activity, so people just do anything to get away, like you said. They do anything to get away. So it's a lack of knowledge. It's a lack of knowledge of self and a lack of knowledge of humans around them and human activity, because there's a lot of people just lost. Period.
No, man, I agree with you.
It's a struggle.
I agree with you, brother. I agree with you, man. You got one more point for us? Give us one more point, because you're cooking.
One more point, yeah. Well, at the same time, when it comes to healing, is that first of all, it's a level of maturity as well. You have to. It's a mind game. You have to make conscious decisions to change. A lot of people like being in what they're in because some people get a joy out of people feeling like, oh man, they've been going through that for years. You know, such and such lost their husband a couple years ago. They like being in that. They get people like attention as well, and people get attention in weird ways. So a lot of people like being in certain positions. A lot of people. You have people that like being in higher positions because they had issues as a child, so they like being in power positions. They like all the gratitude and all the kudos from people because they're hiding from different things. Healing is a broad topic because people find healing in different ways and they use it for their advantage in different ways. It's a nasty game when you think about it because people don't really know what healing is really.
No, you're right. Justin, but listen now. I asked you to give me one more point. You gave me 36. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
thank you, brother. You dropped some jewels. We appreciate you. Got a seat at the table. Call in anytime, brother. Thank you. Listen, that was South Carolina. You want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. We talking real tonight. Heru, Detroit, Michigan. Get in here.
Greatest brother, how you doing?
What's up, good brother? How you?
Hey, I'm excellent. Steadfast. Just from how being a perpetual healer, led me into actually feeling and earning the greatest divine essence of my life, experience of my life. I was loving from a deficit, maybe even anything you can consider a PTSD, abandonment issues, whatever you have, right? You can apply that to that. But growing through this, earning this, enabled me to learn who I am, how to love myself. It was actually through a copulation with a woman who I felt I was going to marry, but I earned a daughter, and right now that child is being waged against me as a weapon. Also, something like you mentioned about the child support, when should a man leave a good woman? All of these past few couple days, this is universal. I'm saying, but yet it led it to myself where I used to want to project something on others. Oh, it was their fault. You know, why are you not with X? Boom. It was something they did. No, it said, where are you missing it? And so I learned and earned through me trying to feel like I gained some type of superficial, sacrificial, if that's a word, type of gain from giving from a full place of what I felt was love. But it actually taught me that, but wait, there's more. I'm in a space where, thank you, brother, but I appreciate you because a lot of the listenings and earnings have came through this channel. So, we say, Jesus, no, man, this is Moses, man.
No,
to a different level.
Oh, that's too deep. Hey, brother, let me say this.
Jazzo, man.
I got you. Raharu, man, I love you for that, man. Thank you, man, for the insight, for the jewels. I appreciate you, brother, for coming on here and sharing. You brought Detroit, Michigan in the building. Listen, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920-1580. Who's been on the longest? Meek is the Night, Baltimore, Maryland from Detroit. Let's get over to Baltimore, Maryland. Meek is the Night. Talk to me.
Hey, Zo. How are you today?
I'm good.
That's great. Well, I love helping people, but you taught me that because I expect people to do stuff for me, that it's really not genuine. But it's automatic for me, though. Like, if somebody needs help, if somebody doesn't know anything, or they lost, even exes, I help them. I'm like a case manager. That's like my job. So I always try to help. Even for my own birthday, I celebrate other people. I give other people gifts, not just me.
No, but remember sometimes when people do that, if they're not totally healed, they wind up neglecting themselves. That's what you understand what I'm saying? Giving is only giving when there's no residue. See, the residue produces what residue? Psychological residue, emotional residue, traumatic residue. That residue produces an expectation, an agenda, right? Oh, this is what I really want out of this situation, right? Or I want to run from, the work that I'm doing for this person. I should be doing for myself, but this allows me to run away from that work. So remember, all giving must be selfless, or else it's connected to some kind of strings, some type of agenda, some type of contract. Many people have silent contracts. I mean, I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but that's really what it is. Neek, finish your thought.
So I just wanted to say that I am aware of that. I do that, so now I'm going to try to change that. So thank you, though. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome, sweetheart. But let me remind you of the grandmaster of them all, Yoda. Do or do not. There is no try. There is no. Sometimes let me. I love it because you done opened up another can of worms. Sometimes people will hit you with "I'll try," and that lets you know you're not really gonna do this, because they will hit you with the "I'll try." I'm going to try to stop doing that. You don't really want to do that, now, do you? You don't really want to stop. I'm going to try. I'll try to fix that. That means I'm going to get around to it if I remember to. So, again, this Yoda here now, Yoda says, do or do not. There is no try. Either you're going to get it done or not. Okay?
I'm going to get it done.
All right, cool. I appreciate you, sister. Thank you. Listen, when I come forward, I'm going to talk to one of my homies. We got time. My brother is in the building. I got to talk to this brother. I always talk to this brother. I love this brother right here. He calls in and give me jewels, the whole nine. Truemonger, Dallas, Texas. We bouncing all over the United States right now. Truemonger, get in here.
Yes, sir. Perpetual fixes. I've caught myself not intentionally doing it, but I've done it. I'm guilty of it just like anybody else. Point out certain things and try to keep it in their mind that this is something to work on. At the same time, they were doing it to me. But I think at the time, we were both too immature to really embrace what was being said to each other, so we would get frustrated about it. Mm-hmm. So, we get into arguments or whatnot, and then you would kind of get it after the fact. Or after the time you spending some time away from that person, it will sink in. They'll point something out that I need to see for myself, and vice versa. But some people do it. They have ulterior motives, trying to mold people into what they want to make themselves feel better. Some people may come from a genuine place, but at the end of the day, it's good for you to point things out, but to remind them that it's up to them to do the work, and that you'll be supportive, but you should be trying to do it for them, and vice versa.
Wow.
Just like you were saying a few minutes ago, you either do or you don't. There is no try.
There ain't no try.
When I was a kid, I was like, 5, 6 years old when Empire Strikes Back came out.
True.
Yeah.
I need you to hold on with me, brother. We got to go forward. But look, because you cooking right now. Stick with me, bro. I'm coming back to Dallas, Texas to talk to my brother Truemonger because he's cooking. The voice of reason is on fire tonight. Are you a perpetual fixer? We're going to find out when we come forward.
I feel the same way, too. See, I waited all night long just to dance with you. And when you touched my hand, I knew you were the man.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Mike Island, and here's the latest from Russia is taking Brittany Griner to a penal colony in the Mordovia region. Reuters reports the American basketball star was moved to an undisclosed prison location. Griner was sentenced to 9 years in a penal colony on drug charges in August. The white gunman charged in a racially motivated mass shooting in Buffalo, New York, will plead guilty. That's according to an attorney representing victims' families. Peyton Gendron shot and killed 10 black people at a grocery store in May. The NFL's moving Sunday's game between the Buffalo Bills and Cleveland Browns from Buffalo to Detroit, as the city is one of many to get hit by a major snowstorm this week. The National Weather Service in Buffalo warned of a long event. It's expected to be the worst Thursday through Friday night. And that's the latest. I'm Mike Island from your 24/7 news source, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
In these inflationary times, you need a good value, especially when it comes to fuel. Lava Propane gives you 2 extra pounds more than other companies who short fill. You get more gas for the same cash. With the holidays coming, it's time to check propane tank levels. Visit lavapropane.com for value and location.
Don't talk, just listen. Listening is life-changing. As words become increasingly weapons and in our country. Sometimes it's easier not to listen. But charitable listening is an act of generosity, a sign of respect. When we listen actively, we surrender our own assumptions and notions to make space for the ideas of another. In times of turmoil, listening is the only way forward. Thank you for listening to KBLA Talk 1580. Talk 1580. Talk 1580. Listen. KBLA Talk 1580.
The thrill of victory. The thrill of victory. The thrill of victory.
KBLA Talk 1580 wishes to congratulate Mayor-elect Karen Bass on her historic win as the first woman and only second African American to serve as Chief Executive of the City of Los Angeles.
Congratulations, Mayor-elect Bass, and welcome back to Unapologetically Progressive KBLA Talk 1580.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me on the show, and this is my very first interview, and I am proud that it's here.
We are proud to have you here. What do you want to say to the listeners of KBLA Talk 1580?
I want to say thank you from just, I'm just full of the love that I felt in the community, and I just want the listeners to know that I promise you I won't disappoint you. I will be accessible. I will never forget where I'm from, and understand that that is my primary motivation.
Congratulations, Mayor-elect Karen Bass, holding all leaders accountable to you.
No matter who you voted for, no matter who you are or where you live, I will be a mayor for you.
For KBLA Talk 1580, Talk 1580, Talk 1580, you don't back down. You got a lot to talk about.
When you're the victim of a car accident, who goes to bat for you is crucial. We're MVP Accident Attorneys, the personal injury pros. Hiring the right law firm can be the difference between a rewarding settlement and striking out. Our team is in it to win it, and we'll fight to get the maximum compensation you deserve. Call the pros at MVP Accident Attorneys at 833-MVP-WINS for your free consultation. Call 833-MVP-WINS.
Call me your MVP.
The Los Angeles Urban League helps African American and others achieve true social parity, economic self-reliance, and civil rights. For over 100 years, Los Angeles Urban League has ensured our communities have access to careers with living wages, opportunities to start and grow businesses, and clear pathways to personal and professional growth. Programs like BizCamp, Construction Career Academy, Spa Business Ready, and B-Warp. The Black Wealth Attainment and Retention Program are examples of the ongoing events designed to make our centennial mission to rebuild Black Wall Street right here in LA a reality. To sign up for our newsletter or to support the Los Angeles Urban League with your time, talents, and donations, visit laul.org. That's laul.org. The Los Angeles Urban League is a proud sponsor of Urban Family Focus, Saturdays at 7 a.m. on KBLA Talk 1580.
Leaving things half done, not a good look. Like a half-done hairdo.
All done.
Shouldn't the curls be on both sides? A half-baked peach cobbler.
A gummy crust? I don't think so.
Or a half of a domino.
Damn, big six.
But where's the other half? Don't go halfway, especially with your immunity to COVID-19. Stay up to date with your vaccine. CA.gov to find one near you. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Did you know addiction to drugs like meth or cocaine is a disease and not a choice? But getting help is. If you have stimulant use disorder, you, your family, and friends may have a lot of questions, including where to start. Choose Change California can help. Make a change today and find a proven treatment option for you at choosechangeca.org.
Geico presents Daily Affirmations. Repeat after me. We are filled with an abundance of joy.
We are filled with an abundance of joy.
Also an abundance of questions. Good thing Geico has 24/7 claim service to help answer questions and resolve claims quickly.
Good thing Geico has 24/7 claim service.
We are also filled with an abundance of biscuits.
We are also filled with, I don't think it works this way.
Oh, and jam. Don't forget jam. To manifest more Geico in your life, go to geico.com.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Joe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
fragile situation. It could fall apart at any time, and none would be the wiser except you and I.
Seems that we stopped talking, like we're afraid to disagree. And after all we've been through, can we sleep at night? Hey, if you're calling me, why can't you tell me so? If my heart wasn't in it, I'd have gone long ago.
The voice of reason. My playlist is my co-host. Because I understand that we are dealing with some very deep topics. And tonight is no exception. You got to stop fixing people. Right? Because, listen, you don't have all of the resources they need. They have all of the resources they need. It's about companionship. It's about support. It's about encouragement more so than actually doing their work for them. I see you, True. I'm coming right to you, brother. Agree or disagree? We are born with much more inherent capacity and resourcefulness than we know. Unfortunately, we don't realize this because we have been treated otherwise our entire lives. We have been treated as if we don't know what is in our highest or best interest. And we have given our power away to others to know for us. Then we go into the relationship with all of these weird expectations that these people and their performances should be the mortar to the walls of our heart, to the walls of our spirit. No, you just have to reorient yourself with your inner treasure chest. And the treasures that are in that chest connect you to the divine source of all that is. You connect to that, you don't have to seek love no more. I know people don't want to hear that tonight. I told you, your relationships are inverted. You seek outward for the most meaningful things when you should seek inward. And when you seek outward, expectations and, of course, disappointment ensues. Truemonger from Dallas, Texas, get in here, man, and finish cooking with me, brother.
Yes, sir. Like I was saying, I was a young child when Empire came out. When Yoda said what he said, I'm like, what does that mean? At that time, it was like I ain't started really learning those lessons until like I was involved in sports where there was no try. You either did it or you didn't, and you didn't participate. So you overcome whatever obstacles you had to be able to stay on the field, stay on the court, or whatever it is. But in relationships, it's a little different because, like you were saying, some people come in with expectations or they're seeking something external when they're not looking internal. So I think people got to go through these experiences and learn from them. Like the clip you played earlier, where she was talking about the relationship was a success because she learned from it.
Right.
And she'll be better going forward.
But that's the thing. Most people are in relationship with a desired outcome. That's what they're relating to. Like, this person can get it for me. So continue, brother.
Right. All right. Once you learn those lessons, and you realize whatever you're looking for starts from within and to begin with, you'll be able to navigate things better, in my opinion.
Right.
You'll be able to recognize things better. You can see where a person's coming from, whether they're being genuine or they're trying to mold you into whatever they want to please themselves, at the same time ignoring you and who you actually are, or whether they're trying to escape from something.
I believe it's a combination of a lot of things, but I think definitely one of those things that's overlooked. I think really people try to help other people. I'm talking about certain people, not all. Okay, some but all. But I believe certain people try to help people to avoid helping themselves.
Right.
That's what
I've been in a relationship when a person was doing that as well. They get so caught up in helping people that they avoid themselves.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's can't be good for you. You gotta take time for yourself. You gotta be able to recognize some things going on with yourself. Like I said, I can point some stuff out. I can suggest some things, but it's gonna be up to that person to put in the work, and I'll be supportive as I can in whatever way I can. But I can't do it for you.
Hey, brother, I appreciate
that. Same thing goes for me.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate the insight. Didn't mean to cut you off right there. We just close on it right now. That clock ticking. Thank you for the insight. You know how we do, True Monger. Call in here anytime. I appreciate you heeding the call to action, brother. Thank you, thank you, man. We up in here. Let me tell you something about spirituality. Spirituality is a lonely journey that you share with other people. What? Yes, it's a lonely journey that you share with other people. You're going to find people along your path. You're going to resonate with people. They're going to have something to share with you. They're going to have something to say to you. But really, the journey you're on is for you. Let me do it Krishnamurti's way. If you begin to understand what you are without trying to change it, then what you are undergoes transformation. What does that mean? It sounds like double talk. That's because most people speak in black and white parlance. It's either this or that, or what people used to call Aristotelian logic, right? Which is Aristotelian, Aristotle's logic form, which is either yes or no, no middle ground, right? Sounds like double talk, but it's not. If you begin to understand what you are without trying to change it, look at how it's worded. Then what you are undergoes a transformation. He used transformation as opposed to the word change. Change is superficial. Transformation is substantive. It gets to the core of who you are. Don't help me because you're really trying to help you escape from yourself. Help me because that's who you are innately. A helper, a lover, someone who cares, someone who empathizes. But empathy does not come with interest rates. I know people don't want to hear it like that tonight. Oh, Lord. Oh, he keep telling me it's time to go. Just when I start cooking, it's time for me to move forward. When I come forward, I'm going to jump right back on this thought process. We appreciate everybody for tuning in and calling in. But listen, we still got 15 minutes of fire. When I come forward, the fire shall continue.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Black Panther Wakanda Forever scores the highest November debut ever. Hey Black Minute News brought to you by Cal Hope. Disney and Marvel Studios' Black Panther Wakanda Forever earned $180 million opening weekend. That's the highest November debut ever. And it ranks as the second highest opener of 2022. It should continue to build momentum with pretty impressive numbers. Fun fact, in 2018, Black Panther had this sequel beat with $202 million at the box office opening weekend, with a total of $1.34 billion altogether. Do you think Wakanda Forever will do the same?
Life is uncertain. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. Cal Hope can help. Access Cal Hope's free and secure mental health resources today. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org.
I won't thank you.
KBLA Talk 1580 would like to thank all the businesses that tune in to KBLA at work. We celebrate you, your calls to the station, and your overall support. To show our appreciation, we would like to treat your office to a lunch for 10, brought to you by K. Michelle's Kitchen Catering. Open the KBLA Talk 1580 app or log on to KBLA for our Office of the Week. We know you are just like our staff, putting in many smart, hard-working hours per week. We just want to say thank you, and we appreciate you. You and your staff deserve lunch on us. Enter your office to win lunch for 10 and be highlighted on KBLA Talk 1580 as our Office of the Week. Open the KBLA app or log on to KBLA 1580 to enter your office today to become the KBLA Talk 1580 Office of the Week. Sponsored by KMichelle'sKitchenCatering.com. Become the KBLA Talk 1580 Office of the Week. This has been a KBLA Talk 1580 community call to action.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate your stories on the California Crusader newspaper community share Facebook group page or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
More of the Voice of Reason with The Williams right now on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, man, this has been a very fire battle. I think it's a draw. It's a tie. Midnight Star and Atlantic Star are going at it. Heavyweight blows. But I needed to provide a co-host that would bring just a good feeling, a good vibe to tonight's show. Because we're talking about fixer syndrome. And people don't understand. You know what creates a fixer? Childhood trauma. Whether they were abused, there's the different levels of abuse, physical, sexual, psychological, emotional. But something happened back then. And, they developed this thing, and they want to help people. And it's natural for human beings to want to help people. But when helping becomes hurting, because you're not helping for the sake of helping. You're helping for the sake of this is going to hurt. Medicating. Don't let helping turn into your form of self-medicating. Wounds that you refuse to heal. Agree or disagree, people with the need to fix others are like those white knights that travel from kingdom to kingdom, rescuing and helping anyone they come across, even if they don't need or ask for it. Hence, most of the time, their acts are futile because their behavior can feel intrusive and annoying. You could do that better. I could help you with that. Let me show you how. Has anyone in here made the mistake of inviting one of these people into your lives? Asking them to come in and help you. And then finding out all the help has been marinating in these wounds. So it's not help anymore. You start to see them as a relationship broker, investor, a slight collector, the whole nine. Rescuers belong to a profile that is known in psychology as the white knight syndrome. This term was coined by psychology professors Mary Lamia and Marilyn Krieger at the University of California, Berkeley. It's a great book. I've given away about 10, 15 copies. These people live in our lives, quietly, unbeknownst to us. When I come forward, the final segment of the Relationship Repairman Show.
The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
IRS. 3 letters that strike fear into everyone, and for a good reason. The IRS is the most powerful collection agency on earth, and being in debt to the IRS can have serious consequences. Oftentimes, it begins with the IRS sending you a collection letter and then escalates. And before you know it, they're garnishing your paychecks, seizing your bank accounts, even your home or business could be at risk. But thankfully, there's Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 most trusted tax relief firm. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their tax professionals have the expertise and experience to help you put your tax debt to rest. Call now and get your free consultation today.
Call 800-919-9077. 800-919-9077. 800-919-9077. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Stop the violence. Increase the Peace Foundation is a non-profit community-based organization dedicated to fostering peace while mitigating violence in our society. Established in 1993, Stop the Violence, Increase the Peace has provided a wide variety of assistance to thousands of youth, families, and victims of violence over the past 3 decades, including intervention services, conflict and dispute resolution training, grief counseling, and victims advocacy. In addition, the foundation offers an array of classes focused on anger management, domestic violence, parenting, substance abuse, and more. To make a donation or to access services, call 323-4. That's 323-445-8620 or visit www.increasethepeacefoundation.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Man, don't do this. Atlantic Star is out of control right now. Don't we turn this off, man? Send for me. Don't send for me unless I ask you to send for me. Listen, man, I got so much to do right now. Let me just do this really quickly. My brother, Andy, I want you guys to hear something real quick, and then I'm going to go to my good friend who's on the line right now. Andy, play this right now, because this should do it all. This should say it all. Go ahead.
Always with you what cannot be done. Hear you nothing that I say. You must unlearn what you have learned.
All right, I'll give it a try.
No. Try not. Do. Or do not. There is no try.
That's all I needed to hear. Do or do not. There is no try. Don't listen to me. Listen to Yoda. Now, let me do this real quick. My brother Heru Ali is on the line all the way from Alabama. Heru, I just brought you on because it's your birthday, dog.
Man, it was my birthday yesterday, but I appreciate it. Peace and love to the family and nations. Honor Zoe, the staff, and Tavis Smiley. Not trying to interrupt. Listen, the vacation is almost over, but Michigan and the East Coast was getting snowed in like hell, so I'm delayed in getting back.
Yes, hey, man, I had to pull you on because it's your birthday, dog.
Appreciation.
Nothing but love, man. Thank you for
love to everybody in the chat. Peace.
So again, this is a community of people who want to do better by themselves, who want to stop the incessant toxicity of blaming. Part of growing up spiritually is being accountable for the choices and decisions you make. Even deeper than that, you need to find out where the desire to choose the way you choose comes from. Krishnamurti talked about the difference between transformation and change. It's easy to change. It's hard to transform. When you transform, what do you have to do? You have to go into the cave. Oh, y'all don't know the parable of the cave? I'll let you look it up. They took that and put it in Star Wars too. But I'm here to tell you, the cave is this darkness, the shadow self that really needs to be confronted. I'm tired of being other people's devils when I know the devil in you has not been confronted. Aren't you tired of being everybody else's reason and excuse for being unhappy? You're the reason you're unhappy. You're the reason you're disgruntled. When you going to exercise the devil that belongs to you? It's easy to exercise the devil that came to you, but what about the devil that comes from you? Okay, I'm sorry. Krishnamurti, you may wander all over the earth, but you have to come back to yourself. When I come forward, you know who's about to cook. Danny Morrison and Robin Ayers. They coming in. They going to keep the fire lit. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see y'all tomorrow for Friday.
My baby, I thought that everything was fine. You say you got to get away to find yourself. Now, lady, can't you tell? It's written all over my face. My days and nights would be a living hell if you go away.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Mike Island, and